So yesterday, the House passed a $1.5 trillion omnibus spending package, over half of which could go to the Pentagon and Department of Defense, and $13.6 billion of which will serve directly as aid to Ukraine.
$1.5 trillion is what the House approved, which most of that could be going towards defense and the military. But the additional $13.6 billion will be going to the citizens of Ukraine.
The House Democrats more than doubled what the Biden administration originally requested in emergency assistance for Ukraine. $6.5 billion will go to the Pentagon for military assistance, and about $6.7 billion will be sent as humanitarian aid and economic aid.
Oh, so, the House was so concerned about Ukraine after Russia's attack that they more than doubled the amount originally asked by the Biden campaign. Then, and I find this kind of funny, I'm sorry that I'm stumbling, but I'm actually startled. I'm actually flabbergasted. I can't believe that we literally have homeless people on the streets of California, homeless people on the streets of Dallas, Fort Worth. We got poisoning of the water supply in Flint, Michigan. We have a war front on the American public, it seems. Man, you can't make this kind of shit up.
House Democrats were forced to drop over $15 billion in emergency COVID relief from the package over disputes on how to pay for it. Even before the pandemic aid was slashed, Jamal Bowman tweeted, quote, "Late into the night, House leadership finally gave us text for a spending bill that invests more in defense and military than in our communities. The bill now awaits the Senate's approval."
Jamal Bowman. No, man. It's unacceptable. You see, your complicity within the party in which you subscribe to, the Democratic Party, the Democratic Party, the Do-Nothing Party. You see, you're not supposed to be startled that your party didn't do anything for the people. They have never done anything for the people, man. Never. You look at the vice president's record of throwing niggas in jail. You look at Biden's record of right on national radio just a couple of years ago talking about, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. So he must have punked you into that category as well, right? The do-nothing party of do-nothing parties, the ex-Dixiecrats with their Ku Klux Klan garb taken off and their real colors shown. The chameleon party of all chameleons. The old wig party. You see, these devils never intended for you and I to be equal to any fucking body. They won't even help their own people in their country. Other poor white citizens is not receiving aid. Instead, they're going to send aid over there to the Ukraine. But then look, people, I want you to understand something, especially when you're going to vote for these Democrats. You understand what I'm telling you? When you go vote for them and you automatically give them your vote, you give them the reason to not help you, man. You see, your vote is precious. And if we had a collective vote, I'm not talking about subscribing to any fucking party, but I'm talking about a collective vote right here in the United States amongst black Americans specifically. But anybody else that wants to be an ally to our community is welcome. We don't disclude or exclude no one. This ain't no religious movement. We talking about politics here and policy and help and aid for people that pay taxes in this country. The 13th Amendment slaves that populate over 2/3 of all American prisons. The doorstep of America. You know, yeah, that's who I'm talking about. The ones we killed with no remorse over poetry. But it's not a pandemic or an epidemic unless it hits their community. That's bullshit. How much longer we gonna sit here and stand for this type of treatment, man? I don't get it. So we just gonna sit here and be complicit like fucking Jamal Bowman and join in with they fucking devil treatment? Man, I'm sick of these motherfuckers, man.